A pack of ramen noodles costs 35 cents in the commissary at Rikers Island. But on the tier, at 2 in the morning when the guards have finished their rounds, that same pack sells for 3 stamps. Stamps are worth more than cash inside because they can't be confiscated as easily, and they're accepted by everyone. The ramen itself isn't food, it's currency. No one's eating it. It's changing hands in transactions that involve everything from protection to contraband phones to services you can't name in official reports. This is the black market economy of American prisons, and it operates with rules more rigid than Wall Street, consequences more severe than any financial crash, and a complexity that would impress any MBA student. Welcome to the invisible economy, where fortunes are made in instant soup and debts are paid in blood. The foundation of prison economics is scarcity. Everything inside is controlled, rationed, limited. Commissary opens once a week with spending caps. Phone minutes are expensive and restricted. Basic hygiene items cost more than they do outside. And certain things, drugs, phones, weapons, are completely prohibited, which makes them exponentially valuable. When supply is artificially constrained and demand remains constant or increases, black markets emerge. This isn't unique to prisons. It's economics 101. But in prison, the stakes are life and death. The regulations are absolute, and the enforcement comes not from police, but from inmates who've perfected violence into a business model. Currency varies by facility and region. In federal prisons, Mackerel pouches became the dominant currency in the 2000s after cigarettes were banned. A single pouch of Mackerel, sold in commissary for about $1, became the baseline unit of exchange. Larger transactions used books of stamps, 20 stamps per book, each book worth about $10 in prison value. In state facilities, ramen noodles dominate because they're cheap, lightweight, don't spoil, and have actual utility if someone needs to eat. In county jails, where commissary access is limited, even small items like single candy bars or individual coffee packets become tradable commodities. But the real money, the serious transactions that fund gang operations and buy power, comes from contraband. Cell phones top the list. A smartphone that costs $300 outside can sell for $3,000 inside. The phone itself is valuable, but the charger is often worth more because phones without chargers are useless, and chargers are harder to smuggle. A working phone with charger can command $5,000 or more. Payment isn't immediate, it's structured like layaway. Small installments over months, paid in commissary items, services, or having family members deposit money into specific outside accounts. Drugs follow similar economics. Suboxone strips, used to treat opioid addiction outside, are gold inside. A single strip costs about $5 to $10 on the street. Inside, that same strip sells for $50 to $100. The profit margins are enormous, but the risks are equally high. Getting caught with drugs means additional charges, extended sentences, transfer to higher security. This risk premium is built into the price. The person smuggling the drugs, usually corrupted staff or visitors, commands a percentage. The person distributing takes a cut. The person providing protection takes a cut. By the time the drug reaches the end user, the markup is 500 to 1,000%. The supply chains are sophisticated. Drugs enter through multiple routes. Corrupt guards are the most reliable but expensive. They require ongoing payments, and the relationship is delicate because one arrest destroys the entire pipeline. Visitors provide another route. Drugs are concealed in children's diapers, in food containers, in body cavities. During COVID, when visits were suspended, drones became common delivery mechanisms. Small drones can drop packages in recreation yards or near windows. Guards have 30 seconds to respond, when motion sensors detect them. If the package is retrieved in that window, the success rate is high. But the black market isn't just about drugs and phones. Services are equally valuable. Legal work is a major market. Inmates with legal knowledge or access to law libraries write appeals, habeas petitions, grievances for other prisoners. A well-written appeal can cost $20 to $50 worth of commissary. Tattoos are another service economy. A small tattoo might cost $10 in stamps. A full sleeve requires payment plans lasting months. The tattoo artist uses improvised equipment, motors from CD players, guitar strings as needles, ink made from burned plastic, and baby oil. The health risks are enormous, but the demand never stops. Protection is perhaps the most valuable service, though it's rarely discussed explicitly. New inmates quickly learn they need to affiliate with someone or something for safety. This might mean joining a gang, which requires paying dues in commissary items. Or it might mean hiring individual protection from someone respected and feared. The payments are regular, weekly or monthly, and non-negotiable. Failure to pay results in violence that serves as advertising to others who might consider defaulting. The protection economy is built on reputation. The protector's value is directly tied to their willingness to inflict serious harm on those who challenge their clients. Information is another commodity. Knowing which guards are corrupt, which inmates are informants, which areas have broken cameras, this knowledge has cash value. An inmate worker in the administration building who can read disciplinary reports or transfer orders before they're announced can sell that information. Someone in the mailroom who can intercept letters has valuable access. The prison's information asymmetry, staff knows more than inmates, creates opportunities for those who can bridge that gap. Debt enforcement in prison economies is brutal because there's no legal recourse. If someone owes you $300 in commissary and doesn't pay, you can't sue. You can't call police. The only enforcement mechanism is violence or threat of violence. This creates a debt collection system that operates through intimidation, assault, and occasionally murder. Debts are often documented in ledgers kept by gang leaders, detailed records of who owes what to whom. These records are hidden, but meticulous because disputes over who owes what can trigger violence between entire factions. The prison economy also includes labor exploitation that would be illegal outside. Inmates with desirable cell locations or job assignments can rent them out. A cell with a window view might cost 2 soups per week. A job in the kitchen, which provides access to extra food, might require paying the gang that controls kitchen assignments. Even basic amenities become monetized. Access to the phone during prime hours, use of the microwave, a spot near the TV. Everything has a price in facilities where money isn't technically allowed, but economics never stops. The guard's role in this economy is complex. Some actively participate, smuggling contraband for payment. Others tolerate the black market because it makes their jobs easier. Inmates who can meet their needs through underground economy cause fewer problems. Some use the economy as an intelligence tool, monitoring transactions to understand gang dynamics and potential conflicts. A few guards genuinely try to shut it down, but quickly learn this is impossible. Confiscate one phone and 2 more appear. Break up one drug pipeline and another opens. The economy is hydra-headed. Cut off one source and others grow to replace it. The COVID-19 pandemic transformed prison economics significantly. Lockdowns restricted movement, making transactions harder but more valuable. Commissary became less regular. Visits stopped entirely. But demand for phones skyrocketed because they became the only way to maintain outside contact. Prices surged. A phone that cost $3,000 in 2019 cost $6,000 by mid-2020. Drones became the primary delivery method. Guards who'd previously refused to smuggle contraband reconsidered when offered double their previous rates. Economic pressure from their own financial struggles during the pandemic made corruption more tempting. At Rikers Island specifically, the black market operates with particular intensity because it's a jail, not a prison. Most inmates are pretrial detainees, waiting months or years for court dates. They have money on their books from outside. They're not resigned to long sentences, so they're willing to spend more to make time bearable. The short average stay, 6 months, means the population constantly turns over, disrupting established hierarchies and creating opportunities for entrepreneurs who can adapt quickly. The invisible economy of prisons reveals something fundamental about human nature and institutional design. You can ban money, control supply, monitor behavior, but you cannot eliminate trade. Wherever humans gather with needs and unequal resources, markets emerge. The prison economy is simply more honest than outside economies. There's no pretense of fairness, no regulation beyond force, no appeals process when deals go wrong. It's capitalism stripped to its essential brutality, operating in an environment where the state has theoretically eliminated capitalism, but actually created the perfect conditions for its most primitive form to flourish. If you want to understand more about the hidden systems that govern life behind bars, subscribe to Prison Diaries. Because understanding prison economics means understanding how power really works when all official structures are stripped away and humans are left to create order from chaos using the only tools they have: scarcity, demand, violence, and the eternal human drive to trade.